items, and if something looked out of place, the pitot tubes were one of the things that you absolutely looked at pretty hard to make sure that everything was operating, because you didn't want your airspeed or your altitude to be off. Obviously, those are important things. All right, Dave, you got the next question. Have you mentioned in your videos lowering the gear via alternate means? These days, is alternate means still a hand crank like you see in World War II movies, right, with B-17s? Or is there a more sophisticated backup system nowadays? Yeah, the guys who get out there and they crank the gear down manually at the back of the cockpit, you know, there's always a desperation. Some airplanes, it is still a hand crank, and others, not so much. So I want to say, I flew the 767 for a lot of years. I think it was a hand crank on the 767. Yeah, I never used it, and it was one of those things that when you went down the training, they would mention it to you, but you didn't really have to go through it. You just had to know where the crank was. I think the Super 80 had a hand crank on it. Let me hear in the comments from you guys, you older guys that had, you know, airplanes that had to crank the gear down. Generally speaking, there's like a pecking order of how to get the gear down so it won't come down. A lot of times it's just free fall the gear, like get the doors to open and the gear will come out on their own, and they should come down, they should free fall and lock in place. If they don't, then on some airplanes you had to hand crank it down. And I think on some of the newer airplanes there's even a different alternate method of how to do it. But there's lots of different ways is the answer to that. It's not just a hand crank like in the old days. Okay, Eddie Peterson, do you find flying your personal plane as satisfying and safe as flying a big commercial aircraft? I love flying my little airplane. I got a little Long Easy, and let's see if the editors show a picture of my Long Easy. I love this thing. It's a single engine airplane, and it's a home built airplane. So I did not build it, somebody else built it. Is it as safe? Yeah, I think so, but you're not comparing apples and apples. It's apples and oranges, right? I've got a 777 with state-of-the-art everything on it, that's maintained by the greatest professionals on the planet, that's designed to make money by carrying passengers around. And then I've got my single airplane that I fly maybe once a month. It's a single engine. If that one engine fails for some reason, I'm out of engines and thrust, so I got to look for a place to put it down, dead stick it in. So can you compare the two? No. Do I love flying my little airplane? I absolutely love flying my little airplane. I love getting up and looking around at the leaves and just buzzing around and kind of getting away from it all for a little bit, right? And hopefully we'll do some more videos in the future of me in that airplane. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. Okay, we got Mel Corley. Do airplanes of the same model have identically the same feel when you're manually flying or taking off or landing? And how about different variations of the same plane, like a 300 series or a 400 series? The answer is, yeah, they generally feel about the same. The biggest difference was when I was qualified on the 757 and 767. Now, the FAA bought off on a single qualification for two basically different airplanes, mostly because the cockpit was so similar. They were completely different airplanes. The feel of a 757 as opposed to a 767-300 was like night and day. But I had a dual qual on that airplane. The 777-200 as opposed to the 777-300. The 300 was like a hot rod. It had the big engines on it, man, and it a lot of power. And so, when you were light, didn't have a lot of passengers in the back, and you had to have an increased thrust setting for takeoff, you push the power up, and whoa, man, that thing would push you back in your seat. Unbelievable. What a ride. So there was a different feel for the different airplanes, but not enough to make a huge amount of difference, okay? There you go. All right, this guy, I'm going to mangle your name. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try it, all right? It's Panagiotis Camporopoulos. Camporopoulos. All right, just like it sounds. Would you mind elaborating on how the new air traffic control system based on texting works? Also, how easily would pilots be able to maintain situational awareness in relation to surrounding traffic? Would they need to read through every single text exchanged amongst all aircraft and the ATC? So let me start with that question first and go backwards. The beauty of the CPDLC system, sending a text to an airplane, is you don't have to answer every.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a blessed day. God bless you.
Currently, you do. When the ATC
Hello.
picks up the radio and talks to an airplane,
Welcome in.
everybody else has to listen to that. Plus, you can't just chime in halfway through and, cut in and make your communication, you have to wait for that aircraft to respond. And sometimes that aircraft takes their sweet time to respond. And everybody's sitting there like, are you done? Come on, man, respond. So you gotta wait for that whole thing. The beauty of texting is you send it to one airplane, another airplane, another airplane. They can reply and you can reply at the same time. It condenses the communications. It makes it a lot safer. That's number one.
All right, where have you been, honey?
How to be able to maintain situational awareness pretty easily, because most of the texting is going to be done at altitude. It's not going to be done in the terminal area when you're closer to the ground. Most of that's still going to be radios, because you want to hear, is the airplane on the next runway going around, right? You want to know that. So, again, this is my conjecture. I would love to see a system where there was more texting.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I don't think the air traffic control system is going to have that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. We've got some interviews scheduled with some of the highest decision makers in the system. Trust me on that. Ahead of you, and I'm going to ask them those questions right here in the studio. I'm going to ask them what's going on with the texting via the radios. Would you elaborate on how air traffic control systems based their texting works? There are kind of preset questions and answers.
How you doing, Ryan, honey?
That are given back and forth between air traffic control and.
You having a good day,
So,
Ryan?
for instance, coming into Charlotte, there's
Such a beautiful day today. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in.
To descend via the Chesley 6, which is on my iPad. They could just simply send me a text. It pops up on my screen and says, descend via the Chesley 6, arrival, landing, south. That's what it would say. I would just hit an accept button, and they know that I've seen it, and I'm accepting it. Also, in that communication, it would preload my flight management computer. So
No fight. There is no fight, honey.
And it would execute.
See if I can turn it over.
That's the only thing I have to do manually.
There we go.
It's to the point where I start the Chesley 6, the airplane.
Turn that sausage over, honey.
Talk to anybody. So all
There
those
we go.
airplanes arriving into an airport, they don't have to talk to anybody. They've already communicated directly with ATC via the box. It's beautiful, right? As my friends in Maine used to say, it's slicker than a smell. Here's one for you. Brian Moore. I can read somewhere, I once read somewhere, he says, that large jet aircraft.
I don't know if it's cooked or not,
At
Ryan.
least on paper, fly supersonic. Is this true? Also,
I'll have to wait and see. And I made some macaroni. I can have that too, Ryan.
The answer is anything can go supersonic. They're not designed to go supersonic.
Ryan.
You're gonna do damage to the airplane, probably a lot, if you go supersonic in the 747. But you can't do it by pushing up the power on a 747. It simply doesn't have the power to do that. You're gonna limit that airplane. I think probably the best you're gonna get is 0.8 Mach, 0.88 to 0.89 at the most. And that's outside its operating envelope already. But what's the fastest I've ever flown? I've never broken the sound barrier. I flew P3s in the Navy, maybe low and slow and level wings, that sort of thing. As you're watching this, we have just been out to boom supersonic.
Okay.
And so pretty exciting stuff with them. But look for that footage to come out here pretty soon. But actually fly
Ryan,
supersonic.
why weren't you in class when it was running? I need you to start coming to class on time, honey. When the bell rings. Okay, I think it's hot enough. I don't know. I'm gonna test it out. If it's not, I'm gonna have to turn up the flame again.
Closed a $67 million raise. Thank you. It was for a deal that I'm actually the most proud of. It was a deal in Phoenix, Arizona called Arcadia Cove. We bought 432 units for $131.5
I'm
million.
gonna put.
And we were the largest one-to-one transaction in the entire country last year. Thank you.
I have this sliced it up, Ryan, and then I'll have some mustard with it, maybe, honey.
Hear me out. So I'm being a daddy at Buns will over $1 billion in multifamily.
And I can have some macaroni.
I know a thing or two about multifamily. And I never really talked about this publicly until now, but the best way to
You know,
make money,
that's what we do here at the kitchen.
generational wealth,
Chef-Free Fun Kitchen, always open for business. And I'm trying to cut the sausage right now, Ryan.
You could just do it on one asset with multifamily. Add a bunch of zeros to your bank account, and make a bunch of money in the process, and work smarter, not harder. So if you're interested, I have a 28-day step-by-step.
We want to cut that sausage into little pieces.
And go get your copy.
Ryan.
Follow the playbook. It's all the things that I would do if I
And
were
then,
today and I had 28 days. So what are you waiting for? Click the link.
after that,
Bye.
I have to find, I've got a cucumber and I can eat that cucumber if I want
Watch
to.
this. I'm going to launch a business in 60 seconds using Shopify's AI.
And I need to have some salad.
Design skills, just a conversation.
I'm gonna put the mustard on the side.
I need a store that looks clean, modern, premium.
Tried to take a nap, but I wasn't tired, honey. And anyway,
Done. No coding required.
put that into small snippets, hun.
Place this on a marble countertop.
Yeah, you need to apologize, honey.
Phone photo, studio shot. Sidekick, who are you? Okay, so my store is built and it looks great. Now let's get it up and running. Help me connect my domain and set up payments.
All right, video question time. Let's see who's got a video question.
Hi, Captain Steve. My name is Don. Could you give a list of best practices that could help someone who's never flown, or maybe someone like myself who hasn't flown since 1988, to navigate from the front door of the airport terminal all the way to the gate? You know, things like, how do you get your boarding pass anymore? Or how do you deal with TSA, or what to expect at TSA, and checked luggage, and that kind of thing. Any help would be appreciated. Thanks.
Okay, Don, great question. Most everything now is done this thing right here. And so 1988, you didn't have this thing. You had to either dial a phone number. You didn't even have a website that you could go to back then. You had to go to the airport, buy a ticket, or buy it from somebody on a phone. All right, all that's changed. Download the app for whatever airline you want to go to. And if you want to compare airlines, there's lots of services that do that for you. The only problem is when you buy through a third-party vendor,
I'm running sausage, honey.
book or cancel a flight, you eat that ticket, and then you eat the expense of it. So I like going directly to an airline, Delta, American, United, whatever it is that you're going to fly. Download their app, go in, and then just push the buttons until you find the fare that you want on the day that you want. It's going to electronically load your ticket in here. You can save it into your wallet on your phone, so you've got easy access to it. There's another thing now. So let's say you're coming to the airport. It's pretty expensive to park at the airport these days. It's cost effective for me just to Uber to the airport. So I'll get on my app and I'll ask for an Uber to come and pick me up at my house, drop me off at the airport. Then I don't have to worry about my car sitting around at the airport, getting broken into, none of that stuff. Go right in through the front door. Already got your electronic ticket with you. If you've got a bag that you need to check, go to the kiosk. There's a kiosk there where you type in your 6-letter record that's right on your ticket, pops up your ticket. You tell them you want to check a bag, you get in line, you hand off the bag, and you go to the gate. Now, going through security is a lot easier if you get a known traveler number. That's the TSA pre-check. That's another thing that you can preload before you get on an airplane. So there's a small cost involved with it. I think you have to go do a quick interview, but just go Google TSA pre-check, and it'll walk you through all the steps that you have to take. Once you get all those preliminary steps taken care of, then you just put in your known traveler number, and you go to the short line at security. That's the TSA pre-check line. You don't have to take your shoes off, you don't have to take your belt off, you keep your coat on, right? If you got stuff in your pockets, throw it in the bin, and off you go right through security. Now you're gonna go to the gate, you're all set. They're going to call your number, you're going to board the airplane, and off you go. So it's a lot easier these days than it used to be. It's not perfect yet by any means, all right? But as far as the world of 1988 and the world of today, this is your secret right here. All right, great question. Let's go back to the written questions. Connor Hancock, I'm receiving the dreaded phone number.
Brian, and did you come into class, honey, on time?
The risk of being violated is done. If just one is the pilot who was actively flying, or the captain by default, whether they were at the controls or not. Further, if the FO was the one to make an error, is the captain still ultimately responsible? Yes, the captain still is ultimately responsible. Now, if the FO did something that the captain, told him not to do or wasn't supposed to do, or both pilots are still culpable at that level. Generally speaking, it's going to be the captain that makes a phone call, and if it was both of us involved in it, I'm probably just going to put it on speaker, and both of us are going to be there to kind of talk to whoever is at the other end. Most of these things get worked out during that initial phone call. You'll talk to the supervisor at ATC, and by the time you make the phone call, most everybody's kind of like calmed down a little bit. They're not as frantic as they were initially, and so ATC's gonna say, "Hey, Captain, good to speak with you. Hey, something happened earlier today. Looks like you guys did this and that, and you weren't supposed to. Can you explain what happened?" And the captain's gonna go, "Oh, I punched it into the box wrong, and you know what? We forgot to take it out. That's our bad. We're gonna file a report on our end about it. But my apologies. We got kind of dusted up in the heat of the thing, and but we won't do that. We won't make that error again." And the guy's gonna go, "Okay, that sounds great to me, Captain. Have a good day. Fly safe." That's what he's gonna do. Most of the time, that's how it's handled. At the airline, you're gonna fill out a form. And my airline is called a P2 report, or you could fill out even an ASAP report, which kind of got you out of jeopardy. It's designed for the FAA and all the other airlines, by the way.
Yeah, how y'all
disseminate
doing?
information in a timely manner so that they don't make the same mistake. It's a very transparent system, but it keeps you out of jeopardy. Everybody wants to learn from the mistake you made. Now, if you make a mistake that's criminal or so negligent that it costs lives and injuries, okay, that's a different matter. You're gonna have to answer directly to the FAA for that. But generally speaking, that's how the phone call goes. It's pretty easy. But I would say, I would include my FO in on the phone call, even if it was my fault to.
You have to hear about God. It's a generative AI platform to capture and share. So
I don't know what was happening in this house, but it seems there's some dark things going on. So we're heading back out to
Hey,
the
how
house
you
a couple
doing,
weeks ago.
Carrie?
This is really one of the worst houses that I've ever been inside. There was
How's
so
life?
much stuff, so much trash, so much rotting garbage that I literally couldn't even navigate from one end of the house to the other, and quite frankly, just get into every room.
I saw you do the drive-by on Big
I was
Dog.
able to put together an
Sometimes
accurate
they're not
score
paying
or
attention.
repair budget because I just couldn't see what was going on in there. So since then, we've got a trash out crew in there. They spent the last handful of days getting everything out of the property. So we're heading out to the property with a
That's
goal
good.
to walk the property, actually get into every.
If you want to come on Big Dog, I can put you on the call.
In addition to the 30 trailer loads of garbage that we had
That's
to
up to
haul off
you.
the property, there was also a van that was left behind. The neighbor actually had told me that just a few days prior to us being there was actually someone sleeping in the van, and there'd been multiple people just coming and going off the property at all hours of the day. My hope is now that everything
Good.
has been removed
Pretty
from
good.
the property, whomever was trespassing and breaking in and using the house as a crash pad or whatever they were using it for, now no longer has a reason to come back. But that is not always the
Pretty
case.
good.
So here's our beauty, guys. It's definitely
Enjoying life,
looking better
enjoying the
than
nice
last time,
weather.
at least from the exterior of the house, but I gotta be honest with you, I am still nervous to see what we're gonna uncover on the inside.
This already looks like a completely different property. But clearing out the garbage was only step one. Now we get to see what it was hiding.
Now that all the stuff's out of the property, we can at least navigate the interior. Hopefully the smell
I was trying to
down
take it out, but
well. As you can see here, the trash
I couldn't
still
fall
has
asleep,
a dumpster
so now I'm
going
back
on.
up
Let's
again.
put our heads in there and see what's all in there. Holy smokes. Well, I know
You're
all
gonna
these
sleep
things.
right now?
Just a bunch of everything. Not too much trash. We got beechwood, a bunch of other random pieces of wood, furniture, some nasty smelling carpet. I'm glad to get all of that out of here. And if you were with me on the first video, this front area, not only by the street, but in the yard, in fact, all around this entire fence was beechwood. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then throughout the entire yard, not just beechwood, I'm talking piles and piles
Oh.
of it. Where I'm standing,
was a giant
Oh, I
mountain of
see.
stuff under a blue tarp. I didn't even have the courage to lift
I
up
don't like it either, but
There was
I mean, it's normal now and then. We all can't sleep as good every night we wish we could. I mean, I woke up at 4 in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep.
I would be honest with you, the condition of the house
But that's
itself
okay.
looks a little worse. I'm genuinely nervous to walk
You're up for the day. That's
Before we get
good.
inside, let's go check out the backyard area. There was a ton of stuff there. I just kind of want to see how that
I
looks.
just had me a
Let's head on
sausage.
back there before we head inside. So
I
the
made
first time I was here, I could
some
barely
macaroni
navigate
with
through
spaghetti
this.
sauce
There's
earlier.
So much garbage and things left behind.
It's okay. We all have insomnia now and then.
To even get
Not a big
to
deal.
the backyard. Not to mention there was a van parked right here. Now that we can at least walk
Yeah.
the property, makes it a whole heck of a lot easier. This backyard is looking a whole heck of a lot better than a couple weeks ago. That's for sure. There was mounds of garbage on this back deck here. It was insane. Getting everything off the property should have made this visit a lot easier. Unfortunately, it looks like we may not have been
Yep.
the only ones back here. Okay, what is going on here? This isn't good. Looks like someone may have been tampering with our 2x6 here. Usually when our traction out crews are finished with the job, we ask them to make sure that the house is secure, which usually leads them to boarding up some of the doors. In this scenario, it looks like they did exactly that. It's been tampered with, as you can see. So someone's been here pulling out these screws, trying to get inside. I don't think they gained entry through this door, given we got a tow kick board in place here, but that doesn't mean they didn't find another, I don't know, cracked window or something, but we're gonna find out. I hope that's not the case. The last time we were here, we found some concerning things in this shed. And previously when I walked this property, I didn't notice that they had tried to, looks like they were getting some power from the house over to the shed for whatever type of, science experiments they may have
Ryan's
been
on
doing
there
here.
texting on Bigo. I don't know what he's
Put it
saying.
nicely. Yeah, I mean, this thing, it's interesting
Yeah.
up there. Jar caps screwed to the rafter with one single jar screwed in. I wonder what their thought process was there, if they had any. Anyway, I'm thinking this shed is probably just a tear down. We've got pretty big holes in the siding. The floor itself is pretty wonky, so probably gonna have to go. Yeah, this whole bootlegged electrical situation going out to the shed makes me a little nervous. All right, I think that's it for the exterior so far, guys. I think it's time to head on inside and check out the interior condition of the home and see exactly what we're dealing with. Hopefully the smell has died down a little bit from last time because I couldn't even bear it. It was so bad. Hopefully that's calmed down a bit. I still can't believe how much trash was left behind here. I'm talking front yard was completely full. The backyard was completely full. The house also full. It was a big undertaking just to get off the property. Guys, I'll be getting into what the final trash out bill actually cost us here in just a little bit. But hit me in the comments, let me know how much you think it cost. Give me your best guess. So another point of concern. I don't remember the
Anyway,
window
you wanna-
being broken last time we were here. So I'm kind of getting the vibe that people may have been back here. So we're just gonna be extra cautious as we head on inside.
Last time we couldn't make it through half the house. This time, there's nothing blocking our way, and we're about to find out whether that's a good thing.
Well, here goes nothing. Hello? If anyone's here, let yourself be known. Oh my god. Whew. It still smells nasty. Can you guys see all just the flies everywhere? Good lordy. I am happy to see it cleared out. Last time we were here, I couldn't even walk anywhere in this living room. It was so full of stuff. And then trying to navigate into this kitchen area, I had to tip over a table just to get through. I mean, there was
Ryan,
just
you
stuff
been a
everywhere.
good little
This is a section of
boy?
the house back here we couldn't even get into. There was so much stuff. So to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous to see what's back there. This is pretty interesting. Look at the list of stuff they have here. Wish list, cat litter, don't touch anything that's not yours without permission. Things that are optional. Telling Crystal she's pretty. I don't know why that'd be optional. Skipping breakfast, washing your hands, definitely not optional. We were taught that in elementary school. Not optional. paying rent. Well, they definitely weren't paying rent. Like, the type of people that were living in this house don't seem like the type of people that would be writing on a chalkboard for whatever reason. It just strikes me as odd. Okay, let's carry on and check out the rest of this place. Whoa, holy smokes. This kitchen is absolutely toast.
Could you use up to $800? Find it.
Let's see if we got any clientele.
$800 is waiting for you. Just
I ain't
tell
going
your
to the
restaurant
random
to
broadcast.
each donation the same day, then treat yourself and your friends.
Drama.
Schedule your appointment today.
I'm trying to, I did eat a sausage and now I'm gonna be making my next item for my late lunch or dinner. So I'll be working on that in a minute.
Insane. Sorry if I heard someone walking up. Decent, how are you? So I had another one of the neighbors
What I would do.
is this house across the street.
No,
Super
half of the,
and he was just
I'm trying to get I gotta clean that pan.
Dealing with our house here and just
And
the
then,
previous people who were living here.
after I clean the pan, and I'll be ready to clean the pan. Clean that pan, clean the pan, clean the pan. Oh, I'm gonna clean the pan. Clean it, clean it, clean it, clean it.
I can't confirm that yet, but that's
I'm
just
gonna clean the pan.
weird layout here. We've got ourselves a lovely bathroom. My goodness. I don't even know what to make of this. Just insane. So this is just a weird layout in here. I don't know what this little bump out is. I guess maybe they were kind of using it as a closet space or something. I guess. But it's just odd. And that's not the only thing odd about this space. And I don't know what's going on with this little back room, but we've got some water coming from somewhere. So
I'm mostly packed. I've got most of my stuff packed. I'm moving to either Peru, Uruguay, or Brazil.
Both the inside and the outside of the house. This is definitely what's stopping anyone from getting in, at least through this point of entry. Okay, so this is where the washer and dryer go, apparently. It's just leaking everywhere. Oh no.
The more of this house we uncover, the stranger it seems to get. And at this point, we still haven't seen everything.
Okay, what the flip?
I like to go swimming.
Doesn't that look like that's where the electrical panel would be? I'm really hoping that's not
I
the
like
case.
to go swimming.
Gonna strip a bunch of stuff out of here. Maybe it's something else. We'll walk the rest of the house and see what we can find. All right, let's head to the other end of the house. Check out the other bedrooms and
I'm gonna show you a secret, okay? You can get up to $5,000 deposited into your bank account. You just click the link in this video, fill out a quick.
Who let the dogs out? Roof, roof, roof.
Behind me are 100 odds, and if they arrest us by the end of the day, it would have $1 million. But if we escape, they get nothing. Start the timer. Give me 3 hours. They're right off. We're gonna take the flag. We gotta get out of here. Where do we go? Go. Oh my God, let's blow it up. Me and my 4 friends just escaped from 100 real cops, at least for now. Good luck, everybody! Have a until the end of the day to arrest us and to give us a fighting chance. I spent months setting up hundreds of cameras, booby traps, and secret rooms. Let's just hope it's enough to keep us from getting caught. You're under arrest! Everyone go to your spot. Go get arrested. Alright guys, just me. We're gonna get something to clear that man. I'm the last one they're gonna catch. Jimmy, where are we going? Our first destination's right up here. We should have done more cardio before this. Here we go, baby. Just like that. Where's the first one? Darius hid inside a fort covered in hay. We all quickly changed our clothes. I'm gonna change starting now. Alright. And Allison.
You're here.
And before we knew it, the cops were already on our tail. Hey, police! Alright, we're on our way. Over and out. Okay, meet me at the market.
What about these straw bales right here? That was a little suspicious. Where we at, baby? Mr. Police!
They're so close. I can hear them. I can hear them.
This is something. We're on somebody.
What's your name? Darius? Let me go! Let me go! Yeah, it's only been 10 minutes, and Darius has already been arrested. I see so many cops get off. They're forming a line and sweeping the city.
I'm officially at the market.
Drake, we're on your way.
Yeah. Let's see, Mr. Beast. Storms are brewing. I don't want to watch that video. It's about how to shave your beard. I don't have a beard. Last time I checked. I don't want one. I'm a woman. There you go. Class is running on Bigo, and you are required to come to class. Honey, you know that. I need to clean the stove. I'm gonna in a minute clean it off. Keep it clean and clean as pristine, Ryan. I need to take a nap. So I woke up at 4 in the morning again. But I don't feel bad. If I could, maybe if I make it through the day, then I'll sleep better tonight. And sometimes, I don't know.
I'm sitting in a unit that I own, part of a $131.5 million deal. And this asset brings in almost $1 million.
Welcome. My name is Skeed. I'm grateful you found this Reiki session today. As we begin, notice your thoughts. Now offer your mind, offer those thoughts kindness. Yes, just give them a smile, a gentle hug. That's it.
then,
All right.
and I need to clean the stove a little bit, honey.
It is Thursday, February 26th. And I think
I'm gonna clean it off
that we have a structure
with
fire
kitchen cleaner, honey.
in Fairmont
Okay,
on Pennsylvania Avenue.
there you go, cleaning it off. Isn't that nice?
I don't know if I'll be able to get to it because of where it is.
Alright. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I am blessed to be here with y'all.
Now that's, I don't know about that. They said it appears to have been purposely placed there. Remember, the easiest way to support this channel and these types of videos is to give this video a thumbs up if you're watching.
Yeah. I may have some of that macaroni in a little bit.
Comment where you're watching from, what you see that you could have done different or would have done different. And as always, I'm gonna speed this up and get you.
I gotta put on
Appreciate
my,
you watching. Here we go.
putting on my tennis shoes because I can walk. Here in my apartment, I can walk faster. You know what I mean? Ugh. I can walk fast. I can't because the flip flops aren't very steady, and I need something that's kind of steady when I'm walking. So when I walk, I want to have steady, whatever you want to call this, steady walking. Ugh. Huh. And now I am trying to get my tennis shoes. Are hard to get on because it's hard for me to bend over, but I'm still trying to bend over. Red Rover. I've gained a lot of weight, but I'm trying to. That's why if I wear those flip flops, I won't be walking very fast. If I wear the tennis shoes, I will be walking a lot faster. Praise God. And I've gotta, now see, I was real tired this morning, and then I had a cup of coffee. I tried to take a nap, I couldn't. So then I got back up, but I didn't put my tennis shoes back on. And now that's what I'm doing. And if I can make myself not take a nap today, then tonight I should sleep really good. So maybe I'll have another cup of coffee. I don't know yet. Let's see how it goes. See how it goes. And that's basically it. But yeah, when I sit down, I start to feel tired, so I gotta get back up and crank up the motor because I've got to lose weight. I'm trying really hard by doing all this walking every day. But yeah, just sitting in the chair, it makes me sleepy, so I'm gonna have to make myself put my shoes on. And even though now I want to take a nap, but if I take it, yesterday I took a 3-hour nap during the day. I didn't feel very good, so I took one, and then I went to sleep, I don't know, 9 or 10, and then I woke up at 4. So here I am doing the same cycle. If I want to break the cycle, I need to make myself stay awake the whole day, no naps, maybe a cup of coffee, I don't know. Cup of coffee, and but yeah, sitting down in the chair is making me tired. I gotta get up, start exercising again. Even if it's just walking back and forth here in my apartment, it's still in the air conditioning. It's maybe not the same as a treadmill, but who cares? I don't care. I'm just doing what I'm doing with what I have. That's about it. I don't like treadmills anyway. I like ellipticals. I think they work better. I do. I think they work better. I need to get up out of the chair. It's making me tired to sit here. Yeah, so probably not. Nice day outside. It's real sunny and pretty. Sometimes I open the door, but it's real hot out there, so I don't stay out there very long. I gotta get up out of the chair because I'm falling asleep now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm tying my shoes now. I can't stay seated in that damn chair because that's gonna make me too tired. I gotta get up and get moving and walk the rest of the day and try to burn off the damn fat. Not really working, but hopefully it'll keep me alive longer anyway. You know? There you go. Let's see what they have here. I don't know. No.
What this house's story is. Here we go. So, late 1970s house. Updated the flooring, pretty decent. Windows look okay. Got an older style, but maybe an older. It's interesting when you go down. I'm guessing that's probably the basement and the garage. So let's go check out the kitchen first. Tile kitchen. That's interesting. Built there right there. Cabinets look okay. They're older, but they're fine. Brand new whirlpool. Over the.
Oh, it'll be a nice day to go swimming. Right, to get up out of the chair.
Be there.
'Cause I'm falling asleep in the chair, honey.
Pretty stuff. Looks like a fairly new vegetarian stove.
I can't sit in the chair very long because I,
Fridge is there.
you know,
Whirlpool.
need to clean the burner.
Dishwasher. I haven't seen, surprisingly, I haven't seen one of those. You see those all the time. Let's see, it's decent looking little kitchen. It's actual tile backsplash. Looks like some new faucet. It's got
I guess.
It's for your washer and dryer, and there's an older. That's from 1970. Which was, you know, 1970s. Storage.
Gotta go to the bathroom, right?
Neighbor.
Well, I'm tired, but I can't sleep during the day.
We'll check out the back here later. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's not much up here. We'll check this out real quick and then we'll go downstairs. Closets. There. Of course, you don't get the flash. Alright, the walls are fixed. You got some work to do there. Yeah, looks pretty decent. I wish they would have put something up there, but could be pulled on, but not hinges. That's an old mirror. I mean, it's fine. With a replacement light. Some decent sized bathroom. Bad looking. A linen closet. Oh, there's another bathroom. Alright, oh, there's a little bump up there. You know, it's dated. In 90s or so. That tile looks like it's probably newer. It's fine. It's not bad. We're not getting the shower. Looks like it's pretty old. It's fine. Closets are fine. Same thing. No more. Yep. Alright. Everything.
How you doing, Ryan? Thanks for tuning in.
Does the downstairs hold? It's supposed to be a good sized house.
Okay.
It's interesting. You got this brick wall here.
I gotta do my exercise, Ryan.
The burn stove.
I'm real tired. I want to take a nap, but I don't know. Should I take a nap, Brian?
It's nice down here. There's some beat up doors. Oh, there we go. Something behind there. Oh, wait. Huh. This is interesting. Let's see. Okay, open that up. And there is, yeah, there's your HVAC. Why there's, why there's a thermostat on the side of the HVAC? That's weird. And this water heater, it's a newer water heater, so that's good. HVAC, oh, there's another door over here. It could be intended to kind of box this in. It's an intertherm. Another door. Really hard on these doors. There.
Okay, how y'all doing? God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone has a blessed day today. God bless you.
Before there's your come over there. This is a weird-ish. That's inconvenient. This basically definitely a bit more interesting than I thought it was going to be. With the light switch on the wall.
I don't know. I'm trying to get everything packed and ready to
There's
move.
your sewer.
Packed and ready, packed and ready. I am packed and ready.
Copper.
Packed and ready, packed and ready. Dee.
It's good to replace it with copper.
I'm moving to Peru, Brazil, or Uruguay.
That actually looks like maybe a silly. It looks like more storage in here.
I'm packed and ready. I got packed and I'm ready. Packed and ready, packed and ready. Moving to Peru. Packed and ready, packed and ready. Do. How do you like that song? Packed and ready. I would say.
And it's not.
Chop that.
There is actually another room. So this is a bedroom.
Chop it. Chopping in the line. Thanks for tuning in. Do. Those are all my spices, by the way.
Pretty decent, but basement.
That should be a great commercial.
With Fairlife Chocolate Ultra Filtered Milk, savor every chocolate.
It's a real nice day outside.
More protein, 50% less.
If I had a water hose or a pool, I'd probably be swimming or something, playing in the water. But I don't have that right now, and that's okay. I'm happy in air conditioning. Do. God bless everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy Saturday to you and your family and friends.
Some grannies around here. About the back real quick. Not bad.
Airwick's Essential Biscuits
Looking
use
amazing.
person who's
Okay.
always inviting friends too.
Those are your. It's interesting.
With adjustable fragrance levels and a
Pretty
wide range
reasonable
of
brand.
scents, Airwick Essentialness creates an inviting ambiance every time you host. So you're always ready for anyone too.
Okay.
Now available in marble design. Airwick. Always
There's your
fragrant,
back
always
line.
inviting.
You get your neighbors here. Oh, look at the puppy dog in. Hey, puppy dog in. Is that where the mom is down under? Is it in the sand? Go for sand. I don't go for sand crabs. You got a sand crab, baby? You got a sand crab, baby? There'll be a sand crab. I don't go.
Right down the middle. What a bus.
Okay, I always wanted to go when I used to live in Palm Springs. I always wanted to go there. And I heard it's amazing, it's
Yeah.
No, those you big.
No, I feel like our ideas are always getting a little crazy. I just really like living life on the edge. Everybody likes to be free. Yeah, we live life to the fullest at the end of the day. I love why everything we do goes back to our. I think it shows the true size, if you know what I'm saying. You know, I think it just proves that we're stupid. That too.
make out. Why is this so hard? Do you ever get so horny where you get aggravated? Maybe. It's been a while.
Your girl's never even had an orgasm, so we gotta find something. Seriously.
No. We need to get you a sex toy. We need a release. All this stuff that has happened between Steph and Sammy must have taken a toll on Steph's self-esteem. And Steph needs to get her room on back. Let your tits out. I feel like it's hard for women to have orgasms compared to men. It is.
I just feel like I have to feel like fully.
Ryan, honey, are you still there?
Well, found out, but then maybe that's not what it is.
No, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
The same exact same way.
When I lost my virginity, it was the same thing. I was so terrified of losing it because it's like when says it's so painful. It's like the most painful thing. It actually wasn't. It's not like I don't enjoy sex. It's not like I've never had sex. I'm not living under a rock. But like, there's so much pressure trying to have an orgasm that it's almost like you can't because it's all you can think about. And then how are you supposed to get there? I don't know.
Read a book.
So what'd you think? First glance.
Somebody be waiting.
Feeling Out Loud, the wedding finale, Tuesday at 9 on TLC. In Burlington, Washington, a forgetful driver left her gas tank wide open. A good Samaritan alerts her to the mistake. But in her rush to gas tank, she forgets to put the car in the car. And somehow runs herself over. Miraculously, she emerges unharmed, although a bit embarrassed. As for her car, well, it doesn't get very far on its own. Now that's what I call tremendous parking skills.
Every good day starts with your gut. Try new Delight's gummies for daily gut support. These stimulant-free magnesium gummies help your gut run smoothly. New Delight's
Well,
gummies for daily gut support.
Captain
There
Steve.
comes a point where
He's a good
calling
one.
your aging parent could be about anything.
So your heart drops and you hesitate. But what if, instead of worrying, you had a little help? Or maybe a lot?
You're so profitable, why do you sell it more? Well, you know what? Here you go. I don't care. It's all free. Giving it away. We have like 6 different courses in here, the same strategies I use to trade personally. And we have like almost 30,000 members. And I'm not going to guarantee anything, as past results don't guarantee future ones. And trading comes with real risk. But this is what has worked for me and a lot of our members. But I'm not going to keep this for free for long because I like selling courses. It makes me a lot of money. So if you want to get this for free before I make it paid again, go hit the link right now and join completely for free. Just put in your name and your email, and you'll get instant access to my free community where we live trade every single day, and you'll have 6 different courses. So go ahead, click the link, fill out the form, and I'll see you inside.
Hey everybody, let's have a ball. Let's get happy, one and all. Pat your hands and sing and shout. I'll tell everybody what it's all about. Hey everybody, hey coyote. Hey everybody, hey coyote. Hey everybody, hey coyote. We're going to have a ball.
Okay, let's see what's down here. I bet this is going to be an interesting story. Into my screen door. There's a fireplace. Walls are painted. It's kind of interesting. Faux stone look, maybe? There's built in. Screwdriver out. There's a little, it's like maybe this is for a TV or something. And then, below that you had, yeah, that looks like that's where the TV and various whatnots went. Okay, so that door goes to something, and that door goes to something, and we'll be finding out. That's interesting. All painted. This looks like a reminds you of kind of Cafe du Monde in the French Quarter. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, there's something out there. I think that frame is just a garage. I don't know. This is interesting. We got decent looking cabinets. And kind of a, it almost looks like a slightly darker grayish on this side than that. That could be the light. You've got an older sink, but in good condition. These cabinets are older, but they're really pretty decent. Kept down older, that's always nice. Nice little spot here to, and there's a driveway. There's something out there. There's a deck. Okay. And we have a nice little pantry. Oh, that's solid. There's the back door, more artwork. And then there's what this is. A little more storage, interesting. Birdhouse. Okay. I don't remember if this had a basement or not. There's all these doors. I'm like, maybe that's the basement. Maybe that's, I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a minute. I'm gonna Get to that in a minute. And here's, yeah, I'm going there in a minute. I'm gonna go here, so everybody wants to see the bathroom. Nice looking bathroom. They even have this little storage rack. Interesting. We've got black and white tile. Keep seeing a lot of this. I mean, it's not bad. I prefer it was white, or gray, something. It's not bad. It's interesting wallpaper. There's that. There's this. Look at there's a mirror on the door. This is going to take a minute. The lock here. This blue fabric on the wall. That's interesting. Shelves going down. Mailbox. Okay, that reminds me like a office. They have a place for everybody's mail. Okay, so that's background there, back to the front. So the bathroom is accessible through one of the bedrooms.
Dakota, moving to command. The pad is clear.
You're one sentence away from launching your website with Base 44. Since the beginning of the internet, there's never been such a fun, fast, and intelligent way to launch online. Landing pages, content hubs, e-commerce sites, you describe it and it's built in minutes. It's kind of wild how far a short prompt can get you. Right away, it generates a full site. Pages, structure, layout, design, it's all there. Next, styling. I shape it around my taste and ask for what I like. Darker palette, different font, this is the vibe. Now let's talk functionality. I want to capture emails, done. I need payments, easy. Anything else I need, I just keep going. From a few lines of text to a live website I can start sharing. No long setup, no back and forth, no waiting for anybody else. That's Base 44.
We've got, oh, okay. So that gives you access to the closet, apparently, but also access to the back of the washer and dryer. And then what is this? Okay, that's a little linen closet with an interesting little door handle, I guess you call it. And, oh yeah, there's the attic fan. Let's open this. Okay, so there's your washer and dryer. I mean, it's conveniently located. So there's that. Did we look at this one? I thought we looked at this one. No, we didn't. There's wash, range. I go in here. There's a built in. There's the same, and you've got a surprise bathroom. Okay. Thought it was gonna be a closet. This is very, two-prong there. Got some ladies in your wallpaper border there. That looks like there's a little hatch for water over there. So it works. It's not a lot of room, but it works. You can have a little thing there. Nice. As it works, there's a little wall heater for those cold morning showers in the wintertime. And then this is, oh, well, you don't see that every day. I guess there's some don't see the legs. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think that, no, that doesn't stop. Okay. So, that's a workshop doesn't fall back out. Anyway, this place is just full of surprises. And there's your neighbor. And there's a closet. And then we have storage up here. So we can see it like that. It's okay. And a little window seat. I guess this is another closet. Like there's a lock there, and then this. Yeah, this opens out onto the deck. Okay. It's a big old screen door. Yeah, this place just keeps feeling like, what is that? There's a bathroom, and then there's a, and they found it in corkboard. Okay, so we have not looked at is this. Oh, that's the upstairs. Okay, let me just double check over here real quick and then we'll look there. Because there's two doors I haven't opened yet. This one has a lock on it. I'm gonna guess that this is the basement. So what's up here? Oh, there's a basement. Yeah, that's the basement.
Okay.
And then what is out here? Ah, okay. A small garage that's, because these steps you can barely get in here. Hard. Sure. That must be for the TV stuff.
Fuck.
This is